Welcome back to my channel, and let's tune into tarot for the month of September 2021. For anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Aries, this reading is for you. Do keep in mind this is a general forecast, so it will not resonate with everyone, but take what resonates and leave the rest behind for someone else. I do hope you find some guidance and insights for your month ahead, so let's go ahead and jump in. Now, for the first week, we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess has a very clear connection with the divine realms. So you may feel like a conduit for higher wisdom, some kind of channel, right? You're channeling a lot of information and higher wisdom, and you have your finger on the pulse, I feel like. So this information that you're receiving, whether it's in your dreams or whether it's in the shower, or if you're just journaling and the information is coming through that way, it is important to get the information down. Important messages are coming through. And I feel like there are people out there who need this information. It feels like it will be helpful for them in some way. And it's important to get that information down, whether you're writing it or digitally inputting it into a phone or a computer. Or speaking it, I guess recording yourself. But yeah, get it down and get it out to the public if you feel compelled to, and it feels meaningful in that way, because I think people need this information. You'll be very tapped in, right? Tapped into your intuition and just tapped into the divine etheric realms as well. The High Priestess is also a card of manifestation and very clear, concise, precise, not concise, but precise manifestation, where if you're envisioning where you want your future to go, you'll definitely want to touch on the sensory perception of that reality. What is it that you want to manifest, as far as what it tastes like, what it feels like texturally, what it smells like, all of those senses you want to bring in. If you're journaling and sort of scripting this information, you want to touch on all those senses as well. Be very, very detailed as you can, because what you think about, you bring about. So awesome first week in September. Now in the second week, we've got the Six of Wands reversed. Now, on more of a dramatic sense, this can kind of be a fall from grace. It's usually a card of recognition and acknowledgement, and sort of parading around your accomplishments, or maybe you won something. So in the reverse position, this is saying that maybe there's a little bit of bad press coming your way. And I don't like to be sensational about these things, or dramatic or negative. So how do we elevate this? So it might be, if you've felt elevated in your status in some way, there might be something that comes out that sort of grounds you a bit. It brings you back down to the level of the people. And I see this as a good thing, because like I said, you kind of have your finger on the pulse right now. So when you're above everyone else, or you have sort of this elitist outlook or perception, you maybe are not able to tap into what the people want. And so something happens in the second week that sort of brings you back down to the level of your peers and your tribe. And it allows you to also tap into what they need and what they want, which is a good thing. I will say that the energy of the Six of Wands reversed is not an energy you would necessarily want to launch something new into. The soil is not really fertile for that. Or if you do launch something new, or a new service or program or website, it's not going to be received in the way that you would have anticipated or would have liked to see. So maybe if you are going to launch something new, do it in the first week with the High Priestess energy, because that looks a little bit more favorable. But something may happen in the second week that just sort of brings you back down to reality a little bit, which is not a bad thing. It's just you may have been on your high horse for some time. you're just grounded. There's something that happens that grounds you. It brings you back down to reality. And again, I think you'll be able to use that energy to tap into the needs of your peers or your tribe or your community in some way, which will be a good thing. Okay. And then in the third week, we do have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. So this can bring a lack of focus to your work. It can bring a lack of productive energy. It can bring distractions or a lack of motivation in some ways. So again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing either. It can be more of a resting week, or just a week for reflection, or a week to practice patience with yourself. Now, I will tell you that Mercury is going retrograde at the end of the month in September. And so the shadow period does strike in this second and third week with these reversals here. So as an Aries, Gemini is your third house. If you're an Aries rising, Gemini would be placed in your third house. And Mercury rules Gemini. And so that's your communication house, the third house. So you may find that you have some hiccups in your communication realm, but Mercury is going retrograde in Libra, which is your 7th house of relationships. So it may be communication with people you're in partnership with, whether that's a relationship, like a love relationship, or a family dynamic, or a business partnership of some kind, or if you work with someone financially, or like a financial advisor, you may find that there are some communication breakdowns. I say that because the 8 of Pentacles is reversed, and the Pentacles typically represents money, wealth, or work. So yeah, there may be a little bit of lack of motivation, or lack of focus, lack of production, or there may be some reversals in your financial world somehow, or your investments might not do the best in that third week. However, in the fourth week, we do have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Now, with the 5 of Pentacles reversed, you want to get this, the 5 of Pentacles you want to get reversed, because in the upright version, this indicates hardship, usually a financial hardship or some kind of lack or scarcity mindset. In the reverse position with the 5 of Pentacles, this is bringing you out of that mindset. It's bringing an easing or an alleviation to a financial hardship, or even pain, like if you were struggling with an injury or some kind of ailment or physical like health issue, you may find that in this last week there's some kind of rectification or a resolution to that, or you find the answers you need, or the people, the practitioners you need, or the financial advisor. Those people are accessible. They're within reach, and they're able to help you in the ways that you need in order to get you out of this hardship. So if you are struggling in that third week, maybe with your financial investments, then by the end of the month, you'll figure out how to tweak those in such a way to be more rewarding for you. So interesting week, but it does seem like you're very tapped in. You'll kind of be brought down to earth in the second week. Might struggle with your focus or your attention to details and your attention to work in the third week. So it might be a good idea to just kind of rest, take a break, be patient with yourself, and acknowledge again that Mercury is going retrograde. So some things might be a little chaotic, but you'll find some kind of solution or resolution or rectification of some kind. You'll find some healing in the last month to whether it's your financial world or your health or some kind of hardship that you've gone through recently. You'll find a solution to that in the last week. So what do we have as the final words of wisdom from Oracle? We've got Dust Devil. This is a new card, never pulled it before. It says moving out of stagnation. So I'm going to read from the book here. It's number 15, and this has to do with themes of embracing the chaos, trusting in the process, and moving out of stagnation. The presence of the dust devil causes a ruckus. Some people are afraid of his chaotic nature. believing that he comes to intentionally stir things up. The truth is, you can't expect this dream ally to behave, to bring niceness, to be clean. His power is in the mess he creates as he calls for you to engage in the full cyclone of life. He represents two aspects to you now. The winds in your outer life appearing to throw you off course, where you assume the world is coming at or happening to you, and the dust winds that churn inside of you, with the dust devil arising from your dreamscape to help you escape your invisible chains, shackling you to a barren desert. Stop asking for things to be perfect. Awkward, messy, conflicted, exuberant, and wild is how you shift. Trust this process. The dust devil knows what you need when you need it. Once things settle, you will see the gleaming jewels awaiting your discovery, the wisdom awaiting integration. So yeah, I think this is very appropriate for sort of the Six of Wands energy that's bringing you back down to earth. I don't know what will happen in that second week, but there is something that maybe throws you off, or is just, you put something out that maybe you're really proud of but just wasn't received that well, or you get some kind of bad recognition, or a lack of acknowledgement, or just a lack of, there's something you might launch that just doesn't catch. People don't latch onto it like you thought that they would. But this is an opportunity for you to stop asking for things to be perfect and to learn to trust that this is a catalyzing or a catalytic moment that triggers you to shift. And certainly it can be uncomfortable. The chaos can be uncomfortable, but it can have a catalyzing effect. So it's important to extract that wisdom and to appreciate it and welcome it. But yeah, things might be a little chaotic as you enter into the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. But definitely, I feel like if we are going to tie in the oracle card with the tarot reading here, that the wisdom will come to you in that last week of the month with the Five of Pentacles reversed, where you find the answers you need in order to heal, or in order to find the solutions to whatever problemos occur earlier on in the month. But yes, stop asking for things to be perfect. Trust the process, because it's triggering you to shift in the ways that you need to, right? And like when things fall apart, obviously we've been neglecting those areas potentially. And so there, yeah, it's like it's calling your attention to the areas of your life or certain things, like if your computer breaks down or your phone, often that breaking down will trigger you to upgrade that piece of equipment, right? And it ends up more often than not being a better tool for you to use. So, it is a drag when those chaotic things happen, but it's often for the best. And so let's welcome that in as much as we can, and remain patient with the chaos and the messy energy that might be moving in this month. So anywho, Aries, I hope you found something helpful in that reading, and if so, please comment below. Let me know how your month unfolds. Give this video a thumbs up if you felt it resonated with your life in some way. Share it with any of your Aries friends, and thank you for being here. I will check in with you guys next month. Take care.